Welcome to Up on Game presents Keeping Pace with Skill. And now, here again, LaVar Arrington.
What's up, everybody? LaVar Arrington here. Special place, special time in Virginia Beach with my man, the myth, the legend. We're at AJ Gator's with Al.
Yes, sir.
Al.
Big Z, Zuhars.
The Zuhars. Zuhars. That's how you say it if you're nasty. Zuhars. All right, so I'm here because I believe in the guy that's fighting for the small business. All right. I know that you have 8 to 9 locations.
Correct.
You do great business. It's a great store, great restaurant, and I want to champion, I have been a part of championing being able to stay afloat, to try to get ahead, to be able to give back. And I know people like yourself are in that category. Talk to me a little bit about your business first, and what being able to have stability as a business owner, what that means to you.
Well, our business, we just celebrated our 25th anniversary, and a lot of people depend on us for jobs and places to eat and visit and drink. Mm-hmm. And over the years, we've had a lot of people that we've employed. A lot of them have been with us 20 years plus. Mm-hmm. And we've seen, daughters, and now we see grandkids coming to work for us.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been kind of neat. It's cool. It's been a nice ride. And each year it gets a little tougher.
Yeah.
More regulations and fees, taxes, and things like that. But we're keeping our head above water. It's been tough the last 2 years, as I'm sure.
Yeah, so COVID has had a major impact on many people, many businesses. So I came in contact with Pace-O-Matic. I educated myself. I learned about what it is that the skill games can provide and present to small businesses, truck stops, gas stations, restaurants, and knowing that this is a way for businesses to be able to stay afloat, or in some cases make a profit, in some cases be able to give back to the community. How has skill games impacted your business?
Oh, they've been a tremendous help. We were kind of late to get on board with them, like when they first came out. Actually, my business partner, Jeff, he said, we really ought to look at these things, because it can generate revenue. Mm-hmm. And so I got on board, and it's really one of the best things we've done in quite a while, because like you said, it's helped us keep some of our slower stores afloat, mm-hmm. keep people employed. Mm-hmm. And then there's a lot of people that enjoy coming in and playing them, and it helps our food sales, it helps our bar sales.
Sure.
It just helps our bottom line tremendously.
When you talk about helping what you have going on and creating that environment, have you felt like the value in terms of, well, what do your patrons feel with the game? Like, does the skill game experience create more of an experience for what AJ Gators has to offer?
Oh, I'm sure. There are some people that, like, as you're aware, like, that discontinue using them for 6 months, thereabouts. Yes. And so some of the patrons that we would see regularly coming in for lunch, for dinner, they weren't coming in 3 or 4 times a week, like you might see them every other week. So our sales dip, probably a solid, 10 to 15%, some places even more.
Yeah.
And then, it just helps us cash flow.
Yeah.
It helps us out a lot, and we do a lot for the community too. Like we sponsor teams, and we do a lot of fundraisers and give money back to the community. So it
talk a little bit about that. Like, so we have Kipsville, and I know I'll be talking to Coach Cherry in a little bit, but they even come in here and are patrons of the shop. I love saying shop. I don't know why. I had a restaurant. I love saying shop, but so they come into the restaurant. But talk a little bit about how you like sponsoring. What does that like? How important is that for you to be able to give back to the community that way?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, with food costs going up, and so forth. But like we were able to like our first responders in the very early going, like when we had the Queens rolling, that helped kind of bridge, our gap of being able to like we donated lunches and dinners and just give back to the community in any way you can. I mean, it's like we're not a huge corporation,
right?
But we've been around a while and we do well enough for ourselves.
They call people like you, AZ, fabrics of the community. It's fabric of the community. So whether it's food, whether it's financial donations, whatever it may be, when people have done it as consistently for as long as you have, that's a fabric. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to be able to get that message out in order for you to be able to continue to have that ability and that opportunity to bring in that? Because obviously the reason why I'm out here collecting interviews from people like yourself who mean so much to me, because the common person, I see myself as the common man, as a player. The fan has always been the most important aspect to me. They're the reason why I have what I have. They're the reason why I am what I am in so many ways. I want to be able to tell your story. So being able to understand why, being able to maintain staying in business, because in some cases, the idea of it is if you don't have these skill games, you're going to go out of business.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So talk to me a little bit about, from your perspective, your story, how much of an impact would that be not being able to do this? What would that mean if you weren't able to have this place, the watering hole, the place where everybody knows one another's name?
Right.
What type of impact do you believe that would have?
Well, like this store in particular, okay, it's our busiest store, and they do well, okay? But with the Queens, what it added to our bottom line is we're looking to expand in an adjacent spot to increase our kitchen facility.
Okay.
We're not really adding more seats to the restaurant, but it's going to enable us to have a better flow, because we do a tremendous amount of to-go business, like during this pandemic, and that's great, but to-go business is very costly, with all of. So it's helped us to, bankroll a little money where we can do this expansion, and that's in the works right now. Like we're negotiating with the landlord, and looking to do that. And I've talked to my architect, but little things like that, like new patio furniture. Things are very expensive. Supply chain's really low, and you're paying, 2 to 3 times more for a piece of furniture than what you're used to. Equipment is up like about 60%. If you have a breakdown, it's just, hopefully that irons it. Oh yeah, it adds up.
And it's stressful.
Oh, it is, because my management team, like our group, like if something's down, they expect something new.
Right.
It's not like, well, let's patch it and so it's it's navigating through these times, a little tough right now.
Right.
But getting back to having the skills games, it's enabled us to, financially be able to stay afloat in some of the locations, because if it wasn't for that and also the PPP money that we got from SBA, I mean, 25 years in business, we would have been done.
Wow.
I mean, that's how bad it was when this pandemic first started. I mean, it was like if we didn't get federal funding, and the Queens enabled us to stay afloat, to make our payroll, to pay our grocery bills and things like that. It helped. So it's been a big plus for us.
Big plus.
Yeah.
That's Al Zuhars. We're at AJ Gators. It's all about the community, people. Are you catching on? It's all about the community. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. And
nice
I wish you luck. I wish you well.
Thank you so
actually.
much. I
wish you
appreciate
well.
that.
All right.
And I appreciate you coming. It was nice meeting you.
Appreciate you having us.
Yes,
Honestly,
sir.
I really do. So,
All right.
All right. There we go. There you have it.